Hello everyone! Today we're talking about the origin story of a powerful sorcerer and genius, the arch-nemesis of Reed Richards. It was suddenly announced that this supervillain will be the biggest villain in the upcoming multiverse saga. The story of this villain is very interesting, with his super-genius intellect, unshakable will, and titanium armor making him a formidable opponent for any superhero or supervillain. Fans are excited to see a variant of Tony Stark playing the role of Doctor Doom, but there's also concern about the challenges that the next actor will face after this. I am really excited to see this dangerous character in the MCU. So, today we're going to explore the complete origin story of Victor Von Doom, also known as Doctor Doom. Before we start, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. So, keeping in mind the spoilers, let's begin. This villain has only one weakness: arrogance. In the comics, Doctor Doom first appeared in the Fantastic Four issue number 5, but he was introduced so quickly as the ruler of Latveria that we only got to see his origin story later. His mask hides the scars on his face, and he is one of the most brilliant minds on Earth, also holding sorcery skills, once even being the Sorcerer Supreme. His only goal is to make the world a better place by ruling it. Victor Von Doom's origin has appeared in various parts of Marvel Comics, and there are different versions of his story. Here, we'll discuss the origin as shown in Books of Doom. Victor's father, Werner Von Doom, was a healer, and his mother, Cynthia, knew sorcery. They were both members of a local Romani class named Zafiro, who were being harassed by the Baron King Vladimir of Latveria. To escape him, Victor and his people constantly moved from place to place. One day, Cynthia, fed up with this life on the run, used her sorcery to make a pact with Mephisto, gaining the power to attack the Baron's soldiers. However, this attack also killed the village children, leading the villagers to come after Cynthia, who was killed by them. Before dying, Cynthia asked her husband Werner to keep Victor away from dark arts at any cost. Werner then gathered all his wife's artifacts. Victor was friends with a girl from their group named Valeria, with whom he could forget all his problems. However, sometime later, the Baron called Victor's father Werner to heal his wife, but she couldn't be saved, forcing Werner to flee with his son. The Baron's men pursued them, and Werner hid with his son in the snowy mountains, where Victor woke up the next morning to find his father dead from the cold. Standing by his dead father, Victor saw a vision of his mother, learning about the pact with Mephisto. Victor tried to use his mother's spell books and artifacts to find her, and when magic didn't work, he turned to science. Using a combination of magic and science, he managed to drive away the Baron's soldiers and protect his people. One night, while wandering away from his people, Victor was stopped by one of the Baron's men who pointed a gun at him. Victor fought back, and for the first time, killed someone with his own hands. This incident had a deep impact on him. A few days later, an American general offered Victor the chance to come to America and build something for them in exchange for higher studies. In America, the military general showed Victor his lab and enrolled him in college, where he had to build weapons for the general while also studying. But Victor wasn't the only one working for the general. Another bright student, Reed Richards, was also working in the same lab. Reed trusted Victor's knowledge, and Victor respected Reed's intelligence. Victor continued building robots and bombs for the military, while also asking them for equipment to set up his own lab in his dorm room. Although he didn't respect American culture, he attended a party where, in a drunken state, he got intimate with a girl and almost strangled her, triggering the feelings he had when he killed the Baron's man. He quickly gained control of himself, let go of the girl, and left the party. The military forced the school to cover up the incident, and it was successfully hushed up. Victor returned to his inventions and experiments, getting closer to achieving time travel. A few days later, Reed Richards visited Victor's room and noticed some calculation errors in his research papers. Victor scolded him for entering his dorm room without permission, but Reed tried to explain. However, Victor dismissed him, and later sat in his personal dorm room lab, starting his machine. He mentally searched for his mother in hell for weeks, and at one point he did see her, captured by Mephisto. But his mother asked him to leave. In the real world, all this happened within hours, ending with the machine exploding. One lab assistant lost an eye, and Victor's face was scarred. Mephisto had touched Victor's face, And after this event, Victor no longer cared about America. He destroyed all his inventions and lab equipment before leaving America. Victor went to Europe, where he was haunted by dreams of his mother in hell. Meanwhile, KGB, American military, and the Baron's men were after him. The Baron, working with the American government, sent Victor's childhood friend Valeria after him, but she was unaware of the Baron's involvement. They were attacked, but a sorcerer saved them and sent Victor to a temple in Tibet. After months of climbing snowy mountains and facing dangerous animals, Victor finally reached the temple, where he spent 5 years mastering mystic arts and the temple's technology, becoming the best among them. He even built a device to keep track of everything happening in the world, learning about Reed Richards' space vessel and the Baron of Latveria. Victor then forged a mystical armor and mask, naming himself Dr. Doom, and set out with a monk named Laren to take revenge on Baron Vladimir. Doom arrived in a deserted village and took refuge in an abandoned castle, the same place where his mother had killed the children with her magic. He fought the guards, freed the prisoners, and spread the message that Latveria's dictator would kneel before Dr. Doom's power. Returning to the castle, Doom started building the same robots he had been making for the military in America. He tracked down his old Zafiro tribe and asked them to pass on a holographic projector that challenged Baron Vladimir's power. One of them refused, but after Doom killed him, the others complied, and soon the message spread across Latveria that Dr. Doom had come to liberate the people. A rebellious army was formed against Baron Vladimir, joined by Doom's robots. One by one, they won many battles, and more rebels joined Doom every day. Eventually, Doom sent a holographic message to Vladimir, asking him to surrender and live, as he would always be the Baron in Doom's eyes, the one responsible for his father's death. Vladimir smashed the holographic device and ordered his army to prepare for battle. But when Dr. Doom and the rebellious army arrived, Vladimir's army cleared the way for them. Doom confronted Vladimir and killed him the same way he had killed the man before leaving Latveria. After Vladimir's death, Doom took his green cape and cloak chain, wearing them as he became the new ruler of Latveria. After all this, Victor summoned Mephisto and made a pact with him. Every year, Mephisto would give him a chance to free his mother, but with each failure, the people of Latveria would grow to hate him more. However, even if he succeeded, his mother's soul would be freed from Mephisto, but not from hell, as its final destination would not be in Doom's control. In a way, Mephisto would still win. Doom accepted this pact, and every year he fought Mephisto to free his mother. But whether he ever won or not, he no longer remembers. This was the complete story of how Victor Von Doom became Dr. Doom, the ruler of Latveria. So far, there have been 3 Fantastic Four movies, but none have explored Dr. Doom's Latverian king or sorcerer aspects. There is hope that Marvel Studios will present a better version in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. The later a character is introduced in the MCU, the more their origin story tends to differ from the comics. And this is likely to happen with Dr. Doom, where Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark variant will become Dr. Doom. However, I hope there will also be a normal version of this character that we will see in the MCU moving forward. So, friends, that was the complete story of Dr. Doom. The true potential of this character will be seen in Secret Wars, but there are many layers to this character that excite fans about seeing Dr. Doom in the MCU. If I missed any details, or if you have any new facts related to this video, please let us know in the comments. So, friends, if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.